All right, we are live, and I just want to say welcome and thank you for watching. What you see in front of you is IRONSWORN, a tabletop RPG of perilous quests. Why am I showing you this? Well, it's interesting to know that there are solo RPGs out there, and this is one of them that's free. You can download it from the website and certainly explore it. I looked at several options out there. I found that Mythic is also a really great one. But I don't particularly enjoy solo role playing games. I like the camaraderie of group play, I like the ability to share ideas around a table. But I am also very much a creative, an illustrator. I like to explore ideas and story. And on my channel, you're going to see that. You're going to see some poetry, haiku. You're going to see some stories coming up shortly, and really short little snippets that I think will just get ideas across as efficiently as possible. It's something I've been exploring for a long time. Now, to provide some context, I've also been a role player for a very long time, playing role playing games, since the early 1980s. And it was brought to me just like most people. You have a friend that's playing, and oh, let's be knights, let's go fight dragons, let's be superheroes. And one thing that inspired me to create my own role playing game was the phase rip system that was done by TSR way, way back in the 90s. It had a basic box and advanced box. So the game I created was very much a D100 type system where there's percentile dice, but it also involved some allocations, which I have never really seen until I ran into Savage Worlds and I ran into Ironsworn. So they're more newer role playing games as far as role playing games go. I'm also a big fan of the Palladium game system, which encompasses both D20 and D100s. But I think that the 100 always gave us a percentile, which was accurate up to 1% at times, which really made a difference in a game. And I wanted to change that, so I did create my own role playing game, which is kind of neat. I don't know if I'll ever release it, and I've ran into a group of really brilliant people that do 4D gaming, is the vernacular that they use, which is a highly concentrated role playing game where there's a lot of trust and everyone comes to the table knowing the game system. So if you do not know the game system, they typically don't enjoy gaming with you because they are trusting you to play your character and know the rules and make appropriate rolls when it's time. They don't like to guide the story as much as you typically would with any other role playing game. So, Ironsworn, this is what we're looking at. The printed version that I made, fantastic. I think I like it because it really boils things down to a 33% chance of succeeding. Yes, no, or maybe. And that's pretty straightforward. And I think I'm going to try to do a solo role playing game with this. Now, to touch back on the creativity side, you know, it allows me to really hack this. So I'm just going to pop up an image of a makeshift temple and a couple characters. There's one on the bottom right and one on the bottom left who are just ideas and examples of me being creative. Now, one of the challenges was, can you make this video animated? Well, you sort of can, absolutely. And I don't know if I'm going to do live animation or do anything to that extent. If you're thinking of Roger, Who Framed Roger Rabbit as an example, where you have real life people with this animated cartoon stuff. So I got rid of one character, get rid of the second character, and get rid of the mock-up of the temple here. But I'm trying to find a way to incorporate all these things, these ideas, into a playable system. Ironsworn might be the answer for me. I've looked at Suede again. That is very much an option. I've looked at the role-playing game I've created, which is another great example of how I can incorporate these things. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but so far I have these kind of characters, and I'm really inspired by Final Fantasy role-play video games, really inspired by sci-fi and superheroes. with a touch of fantasy. So this is kind of what we're seeing. Again, it's kind of live interaction, the creative aspects there. I just don't know the story I want to present. And hopefully a Game Master emulator, something like Forsworn or Mythic 2E or something will come about that'll inspire me to do a little bit more. The challenge I'm having is, and the mental block really is, how much do you as a viewer need to know in order to understand the state of the story I'm going to explore? I don't know that. I think I'm going to create a booklet and make it available for people to either purchase or download. And maybe if people have a lot of interest in what I'm doing, that would be the resource that I would suggest that they go to if I move forward with this concept. But for now, it's just me being creative and having fun. And I just wanted to share my ideas. And again, thank you for watching. And if you're always looking for inspiration or ideas, feel free to check out the other things I've created and uploaded. I believe that your only limitation in life is what you put on yourself, and you can achieve anything. And being fun and sharing your ideas is certainly a gift worth sharing, no matter what your skill level. So we'll see. Maybe we'll see some IRONSWORN coming up here in the new year. Maybe not. But I think there'll be a story that I can share, and I'll certainly try to keep viewers informed on my decision. All right? Take care.